Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Good afternoon. My name is Johnny Filippello, President and CEO of the Buccaneer Commission, and today we have an exciting announcement in store. As most of you already know, Buck Days is scheduled for April 29th through May 9th right here at the American Bank Center on the Bayfront. The exciting news is on May 1st and 2nd, we've teamed up to host Wings Over South Texas, the Blue Angels Air Show, right here on the Bayfront as well. So we're super excited about hosting that event. We'll showcase not only the community, but the finest in the military right here on the Bayfront. The American Bank Center to our right, all the way to the Omni, will be the showcase of that for all the public to come and watch and enjoy. We're excited about this opportunity to showcase downtown and ultimately raise more dollars for scholarships. With that said, it takes a significant volunteer force to make this happen. I'd like to call on Jonathan Mccomb, the Vice Chairman of Buccaneer Commission, to say a few words.
Thank you, Johnny. And we're excited to combine these two great events, Buccaneer Days, which has a long time standing history here in the community, and also Wings Over South Texas. It's a huge favorite and hit for all the families. Like Johnny mentioned, it takes a large group of volunteers, and we're all up for the task and ready to get this together and put on a great show for everybody in South Texas. With that being said, I want to introduce to you my dad and the mayor of Corpus Christi, Joe Mccomb, say a few words.
Well, thank you. This is exciting. The Blue Angels have been a part of my life all of my life, and it's exciting. We continue the presence of the demonstration of the capacity and the ability of the pilots and just the unbelievable talent they have, and we're pleased that you're here with us, and they're going to be back later on this year. But they've also helped with the Buccaneer Commission and the Buck Days putting this together, and I think this is going to be a spectacular event for the city of Corpus Christi, and this helps Buck Days. They're a wonderful organization. They've generated a little over $1.5 million for scholarships, and they'll continue to do that. They're a great asset to the community and just do a wonderful job. And so with combining of what they do with the Buck Days as well as now the Wings Over South Texas, it doesn't get any better than that, and if it does, I want to be around to see it because this is great. We're glad they're here and are looking forward to it. And I'll introduce my son, the chair-elect of the Buck Commissioners. It was a real honor for me. Thank you.
With that being said, I'd like to also introduce Barbara Canales, Judge, longtime friend and great citizen here in Corpus.
Thanks, Jonathan. Well, thank you, guys. On behalf of the more than 360,000 people who live in Nueces County, our neighbors here in the coastal bend, I was just saying you can see the shoreline. It's such a beautiful day. And millions of Texans, I am so honored to welcome the Blue Angels and Buck Days back to Nueces County. As you know, we're not just excited that they're coming back, but in a normal year, Buck Days draws over 200,000 people attending its varied events. And of course, all of you know that in 2020, Buck Days was not able to take place, and it's one of the most treasured events that happens in 2020, or that was scheduled for 2020. So we are very spoiled down here because the Blue Angels alternate between NAS Corpus Christi and NAS Kingsville, and you're here basically every other year, and when you're not here, you're just up the road. So this year, most of your schedule was canceled, and we felt that personally here. And in April, we saw the joy and hope that you provided our country during Operation America Strong, when you flew in formation over cities across America in honor of our healthcare workers. I just want you to know that kind of thing moved me to tears, and I know so many other Texans as well. Unfortunately, the scheduled flyover of Corpus Christi was canceled, and while we appreciate the F-16s and the Texas Air National Guard's 149th Fighter Wing, who performed an incredible flyover in May, well, let's just say there's something very special about seeing the blue and gold up in the South Texas skies. But today, we aren't just focused on what we missed in 2020. We're here to talk about 2021. We're here to look ahead. And the 2021 Buck Days team is laying the groundwork to make sure this is an exceptional year. And you couldn't be led by a finer person than Jonathan Mccomb in this endeavor. So we're going to work with Johnny and Jonathan, and we're all going to be a part of making sure that Buck Days 2021 is not only fantastic, but we also do it safely as possible. So, how exciting is it? Buck Days is coming back. The Blue Angels are going to be part of that celebration. And what will conditions be like in May? I certainly have been asked that time and time again this past week as we've heard such incredible announcements of the vaccine coming to Texas. But although I don't have a crystal ball, I can tell you that in addition to all of this great news, these vaccines arriving here in Nueces County tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. is an incredible milestone. It's a milestone really centered around our ongoing fight against COVID-19. So a vaccine is our way of fighting back, isn't it? And we're very big into sports analogies at the county, and it's our way of saying we're playing offense finally. And today marks the day we go into offense in the battle against this horrific virus. And I can't think of better wingmen to have in going into battle than the Blue Angels. And so it is really an amazing opportunity that I get to come before you to say between now and May, we have a lot of work ahead of us. And I'll be working with the Buck Days Committee to make sure we can host this great event safely with Public Health, Mayor Mccomb. And the Blue Angels will be practicing in very cool new planes. See, I did a little homework, and after 34 years of flying the FA Hornet, the 18, right, the FA 18, you got a new one. Did you know that? And this new one is called the FA 18 Super Hornet. So it's very exciting that we're going to be one of the first air shows where the Blue Angels perform in these incredible new aircrafts. And between now and then, everyone can make sure that this event is going to happen by doing your part. I can't ever make comments without making sure that we're all holding the line here in South Texas to prevent the spread of coronavirus, because we want to see these planes. We want to see these incredible men and women in the skies. So the vaccine is great news. We're going on offense. The old saying is, I said this in my press release last week, and the guys really liked it, offense wins games, defense wins championships. It applies here. Our ability to win against COVID-19, getting the events like Buck Days that are so important to us, it depends on all of us continuing to play this strong defense while we're wrapping up on the offense with vaccines. So, as we all do our part to prevent the spread, I understand that Blue Angels have a 36-inch wingtip to canopy separation. 18? 18-inch wings? Okay, well, that's kind of messing up my math here. But the point is, even the Blue Angels have social distancing in the blue skies. And so when they're flying in formation, I have to maybe think about using that as a beautiful metaphor. Only the Blue Angels will be exempt from the 6 feet social distancing rule that we have here in Nueces County. And for the rest of us, I've said it so many times, please, and I'd really, if they could write it in the sky, wear your mask, wash your hands, watch your distance. These are the elements that will bring all these good things back home where they belong. Thank you, Mayor, Jonathan, Peter, Johnny. Thanks for bringing us great news today on this beautiful Corpus Christi day. Thank you, Blue Angels, for bringing us the majesty, the discipline, the incredible reverence that we all feel for the United States of America and our flag when you take to the skies. I'm not sure anybody knows, unless they live in a military town, what it feels like to know the day the Blue Angels are coming. I had 8 children in my household growing up, 4 boys, 4 girls. The day that you all are in town, everybody knows it. The eyes sparkle on the sparkling city by the sea. And I just want you to know we need you back in the skies. We need hope again. We need something to be just anxious about in the best way, not in the worst. So you've given us something to look forward to. You are a part of that beautiful quilt, the fabric of our community, and I look forward to looking up to the heavens and seeing you fly. Thanks so much, and again, stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Judge, for that. Next, I'd like to introduce Peter Zanone, our city manager, who does an outstanding job keeping everybody in line around here. So, Peter, come on up. And
thank you, Jonathan. And with Mayor Mccomb, and as being the city manager, we want to recognize that the Buccaneers Commission does put on the Buck Days, but the city's a proud sponsor and is glad to assist the Buck Days. Johnny, you all do a great job, and Jonathan. The city is a proud sponsor, though, and kind of co-host. That includes our public safety department, so police and fire are engaged during Buck Days. Our Parks and Recreation Department, can you all wave your hands over there? We have several of our executive staff and other staff here from our Parks Department. They help to make Buck Days go along smoothly. We also have our American Bank Center led here this afternoon, and as well Visit Corpus Christi. Is there anybody here from Visit Corpus Christi? Brett Odding, our new CVB director, is a big champion of our city, and he's a big sponsor as well. And then Downtown Management District also helps to make the Buck Days go off without a hitch. So we all know, and you all know, that the Buck Days are great, but they're even going to be better this year with this additional venue of the Blue Angels. And we look forward to it. I look forward to it. I still have some young kids, so my soon-to-be 13-year-old in December, I'm sure he's going to enjoy seeing those planes, as well as my 21-year-old and my 17-year-old, and my wife and I. So we look forward to it. It may be the first time for Corpus Christians or some of our visitors to see the planes, and what better place in Corpus Christi to be able to experience that. So we're glad you're here. We look forward to the Buck Days, and the judge said it well, which is, we gave up a lot in 2020, but we know with the vaccine and our continued preventions, we're going to do much better in 2021. To include having fun at the Buck Days and getting to see these great planes fly over our beautiful bay. We look forward to it. We're glad that we can be here to help, and we thank you for being here with us. Thank you.
Peter, thank you. We've spent countless hours the past week or so with many of your staff preparing for this event, and we're really excited and appreciate the partnership. With that said, Buck Days is known for putting on rodeo, carnival, parades. We definitely needed to reach into the toolbox and find a great partner to help us learn air shows, and we found that in David Schultz Air Shows. These guys have produced air shows in Corpus Christi and Kingsville in the past. They've, since 1994, hosted over 500 civilian air shows, 100 military air shows, and David and his team have done, with over 26 years of history, including the air shows at Atlantic City, Puerto Rico, Biloxi, and Jacksonville. So we found a really great partner. We've really gotten to know David and his team this week. I'd like to introduce each of them for a second. Yvonne Brown, Media and Marketing Director. Bruce Huddleston, he's one of the 4 FAA accredited air bosses that will be part of the team. Bruce right there. And then the president, David Schultz, who really has led this effort in helping us prepare for this. He's an innovator in the industry, helped standardize air show processes around the nation, and is just a tremendous asset to our team on making sure that we'll have one of the best air shows that Corpus Christi can be proud of. With that said, I'll call on David to say a few words and introduce the next guys.
Thank you, Johnny. As we look at the air show coming up in Corpus Christi in May of 2021, as David Schultz Air Shows look at these shows being decimated due to COVID in 2020, 2021, we're kind of looking at a theme for our air shows throughout the country, showcasing the heritage here in Corpus Christi with the Naval Air Station's 80th anniversary. Also, the horizons with the new aircraft that'll be out here between the Air Force F-16 demo and, of course, the new aircraft that your United States Navy Blue Angels will be flying with the addition of the Super Hercules and the new Super Hornets that'll be overflying just behind us here. Back in March of 1941, Naval Air Station Corpus Christi became the second Naval Air training station. They are an integral part of this event for supporting the military assets that will be participating in this event, and we do appreciate everything that they do each and every day in training our warriors. For most of you guys, you may not know that the former President George Bush did his training at Navy Corpus Christi, and by the end of World War II, over 35,000 naval aviators had earned their wings there. From 1951 to 1954,
Navy Corpus Christi was the home of the United States Blue Angels before moving to Pensacola. So we're going to be showcasing not only the 80th anniversary of Naval Air Station Corpus Christi through our flight demonstrations with vintage aircraft, military aircraft, and civilian aerobatics and parachute jumping, but we're also going to be showcasing the 75th anniversary of the United States Navy Blue Angels. The event will happen Saturday and Sunday for the public, right where we're standing today, and essentially 2 miles north of this location and 2 miles south of this location, it will be prime viewing for all of the general public. So we're looking for large crowds out here to enjoy a wonderful showcase of your United States military and warbirds and civilian aerobatics. The show will run approximately from noon to 4 p.m. daily on Saturday and Sunday, May 1st and 2nd. At this time, I would like to introduce Blue Angel 7 and Blue Angel 8 and let them say a little bit about their 75th anniversary and what they anticipate doing over the skies here at Corpus Christi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for braving the weather and the wind to come out and record us and interact with us today. Sincerely appreciate that. I'm Lieutenant Julius Bratton. I'm Blue Angel number 7. I'm the narrator for the flight demonstration. And I got to say, if you would have told me 9 years ago as a 22-year-old flight student here flying out of Corpus that I'd be back in a blue and gold jet, you know, coordinating an air show and meeting with the leadership of Corpus, I would have thought you were completely kidding me. So it's a real treat to come back, and on behalf of the Blue Angels, we are extremely excited to get back into air shows in 2021 and to come here in Corpus and fly right here over the bay on May 1st and 2nd. It takes a whole team to put 6 aircraft in the sky, so we're just a small part of that in the coordination phase of it this morning, or this afternoon rather, but our expert maintainers as well as our skilled pilots, both on the Marine Corps side and the Navy side, even our support officers that help make this whole thing come together. It's truly a testament to the teamwork and precision that we practice every day and try and get better every single day. Next year will be our 75th show season as well as our 75th anniversary, so looking forward to that with our 2 new platforms, the C-130J Super Hercules and the F-18 Super Hornet. So without further ado, the lady and person that helps coordinate all of this, Blue Angel number 8, Lieutenant Caitlin Forster, I'll introduce her and bring her up. Sincere thanks again, and looking forward to next May.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Caitlin Forster. Thank you all for coming out today. This is my first trip to NAS Corpus Christi, but I've always heard so much about it and how wonderful the flying is down here. So I'm looking forward to our show here this May. And yeah, like everybody said, this is our 75th anniversary, and I couldn't be more excited to have that be my first year on the team. The Super Hornet should be definitely the star of the show, and it being bigger and louder really should just surprise everybody, and it's so exciting that Corpus is going to have this show over the water this year. So really huge thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Dave, for having us out here, and thanks for all the coordination. Looking forward to the show in May.
All right, well, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out today, the news media and everybody that's standing behind the cameras. Thank you all for everything you do day in and day out here in Corpus to keep it running. Obviously, Peter, Barbara, Joe, manager, you know, judge, and mayor, and David and your team with the Blue Angels for coming down. We're very excited about this. I've enjoyed them every day of my life as well here in Corpus, and looking forward to a great partnership to bring everybody out and enjoy the bay here and the view. And Johnny, I guess it's time for us to get to work, huh? And so thank you all for everything, and look forward to May 1 and 2. Thank you all very much.